Welcome to the Bulgarian Troglodyte. My name is SJS, and today I'm gonna be reacting to this top 100 greatest Japanese films list by Kinema Junpo, which is Japan's oldest and premier cinema magazine. So I just found out about this list like 10 minutes ago, and I had a very quick scroll through the list, but I didn't really pay attention. But I was really disturbed that I have only seen 47 films out of the 105, even though I've seen like 400 Japanese films. But I think some people were saying in regards to this list that it shows how different the Japanese film canon is in Japan rather than what we see as the Japanese film canon here in the West. And I think that's the reason why I haven't even seen half of these films, which is just so disturbing to me because I thought that I had at least a decent knowledge about Japanese cinema. Although at the same time, this is very exciting as now I have lots of films to catch up on. And again, I did a quick scroll through this list, and many of the ones that I hadn't seen, I knew of them and they were on my list. But I think many of them are available only in like awful quality here in the West through like weird websites and stuff. So sometimes when you see that film is only available in 360p, it's kind of hard to get in the mood for it, even though I do watch films in that bad quality if I have to. But sometimes I might postpone the viewings due to awful picture quality and stuff. But I think this is very interesting to look at. So yeah, and like says here, it's interesting to see how a country's critics see their own cinema and how it contrasts with Western taste in Japanese movies, few samurai films and anime. Also notable how DVD companies like Criterion can shape Japanese canon in the West just by what they've made available. Yeah, that's true. But let's go through this list. Oh, here it says some more info. Well, Ozu, Kurosawa. Well, I have seen all the Kurosawa films and probably all the Ozu films as well. So yeah, but yeah, let's go through it. So I haven't even seen the whole top five, which is again disturbing to me. But I think the number one place is very much deserved by Tokyo Story. I would probably put that as number one as well. Or I mean, if I could just go by my own tastes, I guess I would go with maybe The Human Condition or Harakiri. But I think Tokyo Story is a perfect choice for the number one. Seven Samurai, okay, very understandable choice at the top as well, even though, again, if I went by my own tastes, it would be quite a bit lower, but it definitely would be on the list. Floating Clouds is actually maybe my favorite Mikio Naruse film. It's a masterpiece, a five-star film, and I think it's also in the West one of Naruse's most highly rated films as it has been in the Sight and Sound list, for example. So this next one I've been aware of for quite a long time, but I still haven't watched it. But it's Yucho Kawashima's Sun-Dried Meat from the Paku Matsu era. So this is actually available in the Rare Film website in I think 720p quality. So I have no excuse not to watch it. And I've been meaning to watch it this year, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I've seen a couple of other films from Kawashima, and I've liked them, although not loved them. And I think this was released by Eureka Masters of Cinema quite a few years ago, but I think it has been out of print for quite a while. And this is the first part of the Battles Without Honor and Humanity series. I actually have this one ready to go as well, but I haven't watched it yet. Although it's interesting to see in like top five, like a genre Yakuza movie. Again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Yakuza movies or genre movies, but it's interesting to see that the critics put it in the top five instead of, I don't know, like a Kobayashi film, or for example, or a film from any of the like really giants of Japanese cinema. But yeah, and this next one is a Kinoshita film. Haven't seen it yet, but I think it's often regarded as his best film. So it's 24 Eyes, and it sounds like an incredible film. I'm very excited to watch it. It's on Criterion channel. You watch along with many other Kinoshita films. It probably can be found other way in other places as well. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Then we have Rashomon, so two Kurosawa films on the top 10, which is very understandable. And I think it's easy to agree that it should be maybe Seven Samurai and Rashomon, although you could argue for Ikiru, for example, and some others as well. So this one I haven't watched and I really don't even know what it is about. So it's Dange Sachen and the fourth word Million Rio. I've probably seen this like on Letterboxd when I do these huge research projects on Letterboxd where I look for films, but I really don't know much about this one. But yeah, it's by Sadao Yamanaka, 1935. So I haven't seen that much 30s Japanese cinema other than some Naruse, some Mizoguchi and Ozu, I think. So yeah, man gets rid of cheap pot without knowing it contains a map to a treasure. As word spreads, many join in hunting it. So it sounds like a fun movie. Yeah, let me know if you have seen this one or any of the ones that I haven't seen. So would love to hear about them. The Man Who Stole the Sun. Yeah, I remember. I've heard about this film, but I don't actually remember who it is by. Kazuhiko Hasegawa. Yeah, I think I've seen this in the Rare Film website maybe too. So yeah, I don't know anything about this one, but it looks very interesting based on the poster and stuff. Interesting shot here. So yeah, let me know if you have seen this one. And I really don't know anything about this director. Have I seen anything from him? No, apparently he only made two films, so that's very interesting. And according to this, he's still alive, so I wonder why he didn't make more films. So yeah. Then we have the Family Game. Oh, this is a Yoshimitsu Morita film. I have talked about his film Haru many times on my channel. I love that film, so I'm very keen on watching this one too. This is probably one that barely anybody has seen this one in the West, so it's pretty interesting how different this list is already. Oh, it's starring Chucho Itami. Very interesting. Yeah. God, this makes me feel so uncomfortable and ignorant. Yeah. But it's good to stay humble sometimes. It's good to look at this list that will humble you. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is the Kurosawa film Stray Dog, which is good. So I wouldn't rank it this high, definitely not. So that's very interesting. I don't think in the West we would rank it this high. Definitely Ikiru and High and Low would be higher than it, and I think many others as well. But it's very interesting and it's a good film. Then we have Typhoon Club. I think this is the Shinji Somai film that was released by Third Window recently. I've seen one Shinji Somai film, Lost Chapter of Snow Passion, I think it's called, but I haven't watched this one yet, but I know that this is also on the Rare Film website, and again, like I said, it's also on Blu-ray. But interesting that it is this high. Ikiru is obviously very understandable, and this is the other Kawashima film I have seen, so it's Susaki Paradise Red Light District, and this is on the Rare Film website. It's a good movie, but again, I wouldn't rank it in top 100 Japanese films, but definitely not in the top 15, but it's a good one. High and Low is very understandable. I think Western publications would rank it this high too. Well, I've heard lots of good things about this one, A Fugitive from the Past. I think Arrow released it, and yeah, so I'm really looking forward to watching this one. It sounds again very good, and I think I will like it. Then we have Harakiri, which I think should be even higher than this, but I'm glad that it is in the top 10, 20. And I know in Japan they call this seppuku, not Harakiri. Yeah. Yeah, this is an Imamura film that I haven't seen yet, but it's been on my radar for a long time, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna like it. Yeah, this is a Kon Ichikawa film, Tokyo Olympiad. Yeah, haven't seen this one. It doesn't sound that interesting to me, but I will watch it. I watched another Konichikawa film recently called Conflagration, which was very interesting. The Castle of Sand. Yeah, I've heard about this one, but I don't remember what this one was. Oh yeah, I think I actually was on this page like maybe a week ago because it looks so familiar. So it's by Yoshitaro Nomura, starring famous Tetsuro Tampa, for example. So yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember reading this synopsis like again a week ago, and it sounds like a very interesting film. Oh, it even has Chishuryu. Yeah, so I'm very much keen on watching this one. Although might be a film that's really hard to find on decent quality. Even the shot here is in pretty bad quality. So yeah. Then what is this one? Bitterness of Youth, Tatsumi Kumashiro. Yeah, not even 200 people have logged it on Letterboxd, so a very underrated film. Although a couple people I follow Letterboxd apparently have seen it, but yeah. A footballing law student tutors an undergraduate, developing into a romance that soon enough goes awry. Well, that certainly sounds like my type of film, and again, this time in the 70s, many of these films really have that new wave style still, so yeah, I will probably enjoy many of these 70s films that they have picked here. Yeah. And I might have seen this one on Letterboxd sometime, but I cannot remember everything that I've seen on Letterboxd. So, well, then a very good Studio Ghibli film, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Interesting that it is the highest rated one because in the West, it's the highest rated one is usually Spirited Away or maybe My Neighbor Totoro. But this is probably currently for me my third favorite one. Again, my favorite is Kiki's Delivery Service. Second is My Neighbor Totoro, and then probably this one. So yeah, I don't need to rewatch many of them. Yeah, this one I've heard lots of good things about humanity and paper balloons. I think my friend Tony reviewed this maybe last year. This is also by Sadao Yamanaka that we had already. I think this is a more famous film from him than the in the West than the other one that we saw. Yeah. But yeah, this has been on my radar and it sounds very interesting. And I know again my friend Tony, I think, liked this one a lot. So and I trust his taste as he is a doppelganger in terms of taste to me. So yeah. But then we have Yojimbo. Yeah, understandable. This really nice poster of it too. So this one I know of, it's Fighting Elegy, but I haven't seen it. I think this one is even on Criterion, so well, I don't think this is usually that highly rated in the West. I mean, I think people like it, but it's not something that you would see this high in the Western Japanese canon. But yeah, then we have Fall Guy, which I haven't seen. Oh, it's another Kinshi Fukasaku film. I haven't seen that many Fukasaku films. Apparently, it's in the Criterion channel if people are interested. It has Sony Chiba even, and yeah. Kinshiro, threatened by poor repute and upcoming star Tachibana, forces his friend Yasu to marry Konachu, Kinshiro's pregnant mistress. Yasu becomes a stuntman to make ends meet. Yeah, sounds interesting. Nice shot as well. So, yeah, looking forward to watching that one. Then we have Kitano's Boiling Point. Interesting that it's this high. And I think Kitano has better films like Hanabi, for example. But yeah, this is like a good four-star film. But it's definitely not top 30 in my opinion. Then we have two Misoguchis, Yugetsu. We didn't have any Misoguchi yet. So Yugetsu is his highest rated one, which is understandable. Again, I would go with Sancho the Bailiff, and I also prefer um, Life of Oharu slightly to this, but I think this is a masterpiece and a personal favorite as well. And The Crucified Lover is a favorite of mine too. So great to see it this high. She was like a wild chrysanthemum. Yeah, this is another Kinoshita film. Yeah, available on the Criterion channel too. On the way back to his childhood home, septuagenarian, I don't know how to pronounce that word, man recalls his childhood and adolescence, in particular his love for a young woman. Yeah, sounds like my cup of tea, and it even has Chisryu. Yeah, I really need to make effort soon to watch these films. I've kind of been in a huge Japanese film mood anyway, so flowing. I think this is a Mikio Naruse film, right? Yeah, yeah. This one has been on my radar, and it's on the Criterion channel too. So yeah, I really like Naruse's films, so I think I'm gonna like that one. And then we have Samurai Vendetta by Katsuo Mori. Yeah, only 264 people. Yeah, yeah, three people that I follow. I've seen it. But yeah, two amiable samurai wind up on the opposite sides of the vendetta between Lord Asano's retainers and the family of Lord Kira that led to the famous revenge of the 47 Ronin. So yeah, sounds interesting. Probably good. Interesting poster as well from 1959. Yeah. Then we have Seijun Suzuki's Branded to Kill, which is maybe my favorite from him. It's a really interesting film with incredible cinematography, great atmosphere and stuff. So I understand why it is here. And this is probably my favorite Imamura film. Vengeance is Mine, so I'm glad that it's this high. I think this film probably influenced Sion Sono's like serial killer stuff like Goldfish. I mean, it has kind of similar vibes, at least to my eyes. But this is an incredible Imamura film, so if you haven't watched much Imamura, definitely watch this one. Yeah, this one I haven't watched yet, but it's on my radar. It's Shigeunerweisen. Yeah, apparently very good. Then we have, I think it has Setsuko Hara in the cover. Here's to that young lady. Oh, this is another Kinoshita film. Yeah, it has Setsuko Hara. A matchmaker looks to unite a young woman from a wealthy Tokyo family with the humble owner of an auto garage. Yeah, sounds like my type of film. Apparently on Criterion Channel too, so only 500 people have rated it. It's not that highly rated on Letterboxd, but yeah. This looks familiar. The ball at the Ancho house. Kosapuro Yoshimura. Yeah, it's apparently on my watch list, so I have seen it. And another Setsuko Hara film. After Japan has defeated the war, the Ansho family lose their peerage and wealth since their mansion is due to pass into the hands of a creditor. The family holds one last ball before leaving. Well, that sounds actually very interesting. Not streaming anywhere, apparently. Yeah, probably kind of find this in the depths of the internet. Yeah, but sounds good. Yeah, I don't really know much about Kochapuro Yoshimura. Yeah, he has a cool name though. Yeah. Yeah, late spring. I think it should be higher. It should be definitely, I think, in top 20 at least, maybe even top 10, but glad that it is here. Till we meet again sounds familiar as well by Tadashi Imai. Saburo and Keiko fall in love with each other, but the tide of war separates them. Less than 300 people. Yeah. So many of these films might be even impossible to find. It has Eiichi Okada. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, sounds like something I will like. Then the life of Oharu, I'm glad that it is here. So three Misaguchi films, but no Sancho the Bailiff. That's pretty crazy to me, but yeah. Blood is Beer at Mount Fuji. This one I actually have seen, and it's a good one, but again, I don't think it's this good. This is more like top 250 Japanese films to me rather than top 50, but yeah. The lower depths. Um, yeah, it's not this good in my opinion, but it's a good movie. But I think it definitely, if I ranked Kurosawa's filmography, this would probably be in the bottom half. It wouldn't be the absolute bottom, but somewhere in the middle, maybe. Out of the 30 or so films that he made. So, Stakeout, Yoshitaro Nomura. Two detectives begin a stakeout based on the slim chance of catching a murderer whom they suspect will try to reunite with an old flame. So sounds good. Oh, this is on the Criterion channel too, so yeah. I guess I should resub to Criterion channel because it has so many of these. So um then where were we? Yeah, here. So Osu is floating weed, so this is the newer one, the 50s one and not the 30s one. This actually isn't one of my favorite Osu films. I was a bit disappointed by this one, even though I think it's a good film, but I think that Tokyo Story Late Spring and Autumn Afternoon. And the one next to it is better. Good Morning, Ohio. Yeah, Good Morning is great to see here. I know Floating Weeds is like many people's favorite or one of their favorites, so I get why it's here. But I just don't get the hype for it. Um, what is this one? Desperado Outpost. I'm not sure if I've heard about this one. Oh, it's an Okamoto film, so yeah, Okamoto films are pretty poorly available in the West, and 200 people have logged it here. When Sergeant Okubo's brother is murdered at a Japanese outpost in northern China during the Second World War, Okubo poses as a war correspondent and seeks out his brother's killer. So sounds like a fun movie. Doesn't sound like a top 50 of all time movie, but sounds like a fun movie. Yeah. Then um, her brothers. I mean, I think yeah, it's a Konichigawa film. Yeah, I've heard about this one, but yeah, I think I have this on my Criterion channel watch list because it is there. So set in 1926 when Japanese tradition was much stronger, this drama looks at the inner workings of a small family, especially the relationship between a sister and a brother. Yeah, so sounds interesting and something. It has those types of themes that many of these Japanese films have, and it's starring Kinuyo Tanaka, Chucho Itami, and others. So yeah, looking forward to watching that. And it has Katsuo Mori, one of the directors that we saw earlier. I think so. Cruel Story of Youth is a Oshima film, not one of my favorites from him, but good one. Again, I would have put Death by Hanging as his best film. Yeah. And then we have Elegant Beast, which I have the new Radiance release of it, and I watched it 2 or 3 months ago, I think, and I liked the film, but it didn't like absolutely blow me away, but it's a very good film. Then we have another part of the Battles Without Honor and Humanity, so this is the third part. Yeah, really looking forward to watching that series. So what is this one? The Wanderers. I'm not sure whether I know of this one. Oh, it's another Konichigawa film. So I've been to the Konichigawa page on Letterboxd many times, so I've definitely seen this poster, but I haven't paid that much attention to this. Yeah, not very highly rated here, but yeah. Follows the fluctuating fortunes of three ronin in feudal Japan who wander from castle to castle, selling their services to whichever lord will fill their rice bowls. Though they use the servants' entrance, they still feel themselves bound by the samurai code of Bushido, and this tension leads to tragedy. So definitely sounds like an interesting film. Yeah, but not sure where this can be watched. Then this one looks familiar, The Youth Killer by Katsuhiko Hasegawa. Yeah, it's on my watch list. Though his parents help him run the family business, Jun still feels persecuted by their love. When they bar him from meeting with his girlfriend, tensions increase. So yeah, sounds like my type of movie again. So if I can find this one, I'm really excited to watch this one. Yeah. Another one from the 70s. Then we have Muddy River by Kohei Oguri. Yeah, again on my watch list. But I don't know that much about this one. Two boys whose parents play their trade by the mouth of a muddy river in Osaka become close friends. Yeah. Well, this is a Jujo Itami film, The Funeral. I didn't like this one that much. And I was really excited to watch it, so I was a bit disappointed when I watched it. I prefer this film Tampopo to this one. Fire Festival, Himachuri. Yeah, I haven't seen this one by Mitsuo Yanagimachi. Matsuo, a reverend lumberjack, seeks to disrupt plans to build a marine park on his family land, instead promoting his traditions in reactionary ways. Sounds interesting again. Not many people have seen it. Yeah. Then My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, good choice. Cure. I've been in a Kiyoshi Kurosawa binge lately. I've watched few of his films, loved them, and this one I have seen way earlier. And now that I've actually loved many of his other films with Koji Yakusho, yeah, I'm very much bound to rewatch this very soon. So, but it's a great movie. Totally get why it is here. And I just watched a chat about this film between Kiyoshi Kurosawa and Ryusuke Hamaguchi. Yeah, so that was great. You can find that on YouTube. We have some Shion Sono, but perhaps my least favorite by Sono. So it's Noriko's Dinner Table. So really weird choice as the best one in my opinion. I mean, it's a pretty good movie, but yeah, I don't get why it is here over like Love Exposure, for example. But yeah, I was born, but yeah, stellar choice. Possibly the best Ozu film from the 30s. What did the lady forget? Another 30s Ozu film. This one I don't like as much as I was born, but it's pretty good, but wouldn't put it this high. We still haven't seen an autumn afternoon. I think it's better than both of those films. So then, which one is this one? Singing Lovebirds. I'm not sure whether I've heard about this one. It's by Masahiro Makino. An umbrella maker with a shopping addiction finds himself in dire straits when his debts force him to consider selling his attractive, desirable daughter to a suitor she doesn't love. So sounds like a pretty traditional story and a good one. Probably only 69 minutes long. Probably very difficult to find again, but definitely bound to watch this one if I can find it. Takashi Shimura even there. So yeah. Then what is this one? The Life of Matsu the Untamed by Hiroshi Inagaki. So Inagaki is the director who made the Samurai trilogy, which I'm a big fan of. So definitely I'm interested in watching this one. Yeah. Machukoro is a poor rickshaw driver whose animated spirit and optimistic demeanor make him a favorite of the town. Matsu helps an injured boy, Toshio, and is hired by the boy's parents. Okay. Yeah. God, there's so many that I haven't seen. Another Kinoshita film. I'm pretty sure this one was in the Criterion channel. Yeah, it is. It has Hideko Takamine, who is great, and Chizuru, who is great. So, a rural village elder plans an event on the return of a farmer's daughter from the city, unaware that she has become a westernized burlesque artist. Oh, this one actually sounds like a really fun watch. Yeah. Then we have the human condition, which I think should be in the top 10 at least, but I'm glad that it is on the list. The Human Vapor by Ishiro Honda. Isn't he that guy who made the first Godzilla film and maybe some of the others as well? And I'm not much into Godzilla, so cannot say for certain. A librarian is subject to a scientific experiment which goes wrong and transforms him into the human vapor. He uses his new ability to rob banks to fund the career of his girlfriend, a beautiful dancer. The human vapor is ruthless in his quest for money and kills anyone who stands in his way, especially police. He soon becomes Tokyo's most wanted criminal. Can he be stopped before he kills again? Well, that sounds like a really fun one. It sounds like very, very Japanese, and I think based on the story, this probably influenced a lot of stuff that came after it. Yeah, so definitely interested in that one. Then we have Sanchuro. Yeah, great to see it here. Then this one I think is one of Imamura's best. The Insect Woman. I probably out of the Imamura films that I have seen, probably rank this just behind Vengeance is Mine, although this might even be better than Vengeance is Mine. It's pretty bleak, but with incredible black and white cinematography and stuff. And yeah, Masahiro Shinoda's Pale Flower. This is probably his most famous film, at least in the West. Yeah, it's a great film. Glad to see it here. Yearning is an incredible Mikio Naruse film with such a sad ending that absolutely crushes you. But a very beautiful film in all of its sadness. Tokyo Drifter is fun film with great aesthetic, great music. Yeah. Then Japan's Longest Day I've heard about. Was this a Okamoto film maybe? Yeah, Hiakihachi Okamoto. Yeah. Following the detonation of the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Japanese military and the government clashed over the demand from the Allies for unconditional surrender. Minister of the Army Anami leads the military officers who propose to fight on even to the death of every Japanese citizen. Emperor Hirohito, however, joins with his ministers in asking the unthinkable, the peaceful surrender of Japan. When the military plots a coup to overthrow the emperor's civilian government, Anami must face the choice between his desires and loyalty to his emperor. Starring Chishiryu, Takashi Shimura, Toshiro Mifune. So yeah, very much looking forward to that one. Then this is another Imamura film, definitely one of his best, Profound Desires of the Gods with incredible cinematography. Great to see it here. This is another Okamoto film that I'm very much looking forward to watching, The Human Ballet. Every time I see a copy of it online, so always like in really bad quality. So this was released by Radiance, big time gambling boss. Haven't seen it yet, but looking forward to it. Like the Execution, and this is a Taikato film by Taikato, but Radiance released this one too. And this one is also on the Rare Film website. Yeah, looking forward to watching that. Oshima's Boy, great to see it here. Incredible film. Double Suicide is a good one. Wouldn't rank it this high, but it's good. Yeah, I've heard about the Torasan films. It's tough being a man. I think these are big classics in Japan, but they aren't very accessible here in the West. Take Care, Red Riding Hood sounds familiar. Shiro Moritani, 100 people have only seen it, so probably not available in the West. A high schooler involved in turn of the decade student movements works to escape his comfort zone and apply himself. Yeah, sounds like my type of film and sounds very Japanese new wave and it's from 1970, so probably really good. Red Peony Gambler, I've heard about this one. Kosaku Yamashita. Yeah, yeah. Looking forward to watching that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna read every single one out. Probably gonna be a fairly long video anyway, so. What is this one? Kao Yakubai Shintaro Katsu. 37 people, so this definitely isn't available, I think so. A detective is charged with investigating a bank corruption scandal. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of makes me even more excited to learn Japanese. So maybe I can again take a trip to Tokyo sometime and maybe see some of these films that maybe aren't available in the West. Then, what is this one? Wet Sand in August by Toshiya Fujita. Several high school friends spent their final summer together indulging in sex and leisure. Their halcyon days are soon coming to an end. Yeah, sounds very early 70s. Yeah, probably hard to find as well, but yeah, I will watch it if I can find it. Then haven't seen this one either. Oh, it's another Fukasaku film, Outlaw Killers, Three Mad Dog Brothers. So much Fukasaku has been coming to the West on Blu-ray and stuff, so maybe this one will get here as well. What is this? Looks very new wave-esque. Secret Chronicle Sheep East Market by Noboru Tanaka. In an endless cycle, a daughter born of a prostitute takes up her mother's trade among the pimps, the working poor, and dilapidated slums. Yeah, so sounds very new wave. Yeah, yeah. Then the Castle of, yeah, this is one of the early Miyazaki films. Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet. Looking forward to it. Kagemusha, Yeah, should be here. Crazy Thunder Road. I've heard about this one. Yeah, it's a Kaguru Ishii film. I've only seen August in the Water by him, which I really like, but yeah, should watch this one too. Yeah. Then what is this one? Kichitaro Negishi, Crazed Fruit. Yeah, pretty sure I haven't heard of this one. I think is it there another Crazed Fruit from like the late 50s or mid 50s? Then we have Furuyashiki, a Japanese village by Shinsuke Ogawa. Yeah, pretty sure I haven't heard of this one. Yeah. What is next? PP Rider by Shinji Somai. So we already mentioned one of his 80s films. So yeah, three high school students tangle with indulgent yakuza and lackadaisical police as they set out in search of the class bully who has been kidnapped. Oh, that sounds actually quite a lot of fun. Lots of Somai films are on the Rare Film website, so that one might be there too. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Yeah, great film. This is a Obayashi film, The Little Girl Who Conquered Time. Haven't seen that one yet. Then we have Shinji Somai's Love Hotel, which I'm really excited to watch. It sounds really interesting. Ran, of course. No More Comics. What is this one? Yoichiro Takita. Stuck doing showbiz log. An investigative reporter stumbles on a scheme to swindle pensions through an attractive gold future scam, a potential news story. Starring Kitano. Well, it sounds fun. Sounds fun. Castle in the Sky. Yeah, actually just watched this recently. I really enjoyed it. So no problems with it being here. We have some Tsukamoto with Tetsuo, the Iron Man. Yeah, very interesting film. Although I like a couple of his other films more, but I get why it would be this one here. Moving is a good film. Yeah. Sonatine is good. Kid's Return is good. So two Kitano films back to back. So we have five more films. So what is this one? Yeah. Mitsuru Hongo, Crayon Shin-chan, The Hidden Treasure of the Buriburi Kingdom. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I've heard about this one. Yeah. The Twilight Samurai is actually a big blind spot of mine, but I have it ready to go, so I'm gonna watch it soon. Bright Future is a Kiyoshi Kurosawa film, which I'm really bound to watch now that I've been really enjoying his stuff. So hopefully I can find this one. Then Ramblers, Nobuhiro Yamashita. Two young men arrive at a deserted countryside train station. They are Junpo and Kinoshita, amateur filmmakers on their way to a meeting with a genuine film star who might be interested in appearing in their next production. Well, this sounds like very incredible. It can be at least be rented and bought from YouTube and Google Play in the US. So if you're interested, but it sounds like very interesting, something that I would like. Then Summer Days with Who by Keiichi Hara. Yeah, I haven't seen this one, but I like anime, so. But that was the list. Very interested, and again, I'm very disturbed that I have only seen 47 of these films, but I need to start watching these. And not just need to, but actually want to because I love Japanese cinema and I could watch Japanese cinema all day. So yeah, I'm gonna try watch some of these soon. Yeah, but let me know what your number is here if you use Letterboxd. I guess maybe some of you have a higher number than me and some probably have a lower number than me. But yeah, I need to get the numbers up to say the least. But yeah, very interesting stuff. And then in terms of what it was missing, an autumn afternoon, I think is one that I would put it here. Didn't have any Yoshida, so definitely Eros Bus Massacre or Heroic Purgatory. Didn't have any Terayama, so I would put Pastoral to Die in the Country, Throw Away Your Books, Right in the Streets, or um, Farewell to the Ark. Then with Sion Sono, I would have put Love Exposure, not Noriko's Dinner Table. Yeah. Was there any Koreeda here? I think there wasn't, so I would put some Koreeda in, and I would probably think about many films if I thought about it more. But anyway, let me know what films were missing in your opinion, and let me know what you think of the ones that I haven't seen if you have seen them. Thanks for watching. Don't drink Coke at all. Sayonara and arigato gozaimashita.